Fam, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up and a big-time commitment today as Dawson Merritt has committed to the Crimson Tide. Monumental pickup for Alabama and Coach Kalen DeBoer. Before we get going, let me know where you're watching from inside the comment box. This is a really big pickup and a great addition to this continuing this class of 2025 is honestly, it's amazing. And this morning during the morning show, we asked which prospect would be next to commit to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And here we have it. It is Dawson Merritt. And I think there was even some comments today within that video that said, maybe Dawson Merritt could be a guy that switches last minute and, decides to head to Nebraska. That's not the case. Dawson Merritt has committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. So hit the thumbs up button for more Alabama football positivity. It's amazing to see what's been happening. And I really like the fact that Dawson Merritt comes in. I mean, this is a prospect who I think has a lot of intangibles. He's 6'3", 215, 220 pounds. A prospect that I think has a lot of upside. And you start to look at the way that Coach Kalen DeBoer has been utilizing his coaching staff to coach the defense, to get prospects on the defensive side of the ball. It's been really amazing. And I think you start to look at the outside linebackers coach, Christian Robinson. You start to look at the inside linebackers coach, how they're going to work. I guess, these new coaches working with the linebackers. I'm curious to see how it goes through. Courtney Morgan right now saying that, this cold summer is absolutely on fire. Let me ask you, and I want to ask you straightforward. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about this Alabama recruiting class? 10 being the highest. I'm going to go ahead and say 10. So Dawson Merritt is in. If you're out there and you're, just cruising your phone and you're just getting checked in, Dawson Merritt has committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I appreciate you guys being here right now on Bama Football on YouTube for this breaking update. And you continue to look at kind of the recruiting rankings and you see where Alabama is or where they're, and this needs to be updated. I mean, he literally just committed and everybody can see inside the comment box, where Alabama is in terms of the recruiting rankings. You see that Alabama climbing up and now they have 14 four-star prospects. That is crazy. Amazing. BHW's like, I'm supposed to be working. We don't stop. The news, yesterday there was major news, right? And then that AK, right, Acklandier is going to commit or flip to Alabama. And then today you get Dawson Merritt. So that's why today I was asking you, who do you think is going to commit? And today we get Dawson Merritt, who has just committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. So now you are up to 14 committed four-star prospects. I've been watching Rivals.com is having their own mega event down in Jacksonville, Florida. And Keelan Russell, the quarterback. He just won the quarterback award. So the rich are getting richer and the rich are staying richer, right? I mean, Alabama is certainly the program. And I thought for those people that were out there that said he was going to flip to Nebraska, I didn't necessarily think it'd be the case. I mean, I saw all the major names in the industry feel that he was going to be locked to Alabama, and today he decides to roll Tide. So another big pickup. And as we've talked about, on Friday, you're going to have another prospect who is committing, and we're all watching Dejon Lee. That would be a monumental pickup on the defensive side once again, because you need your first official five-star. Now, I'm saying that Keelan Russell is a five-star already because, he just won the Rivals Award. He just won the Elite 11 Award. And, he's a four-star at this point in time. But you get what I'm saying? We are now on watch for Dejon Lee after Dawson Merritt commits today to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Really big pickup. And you see where Alabama continues to climb within the rankings. I'm curious to see with this latest edition of Dawson Merritt if that's enough to push Alabama to that number 3 spot. And maybe, I don't know if they will climb to 2 just yet. And like I said, was talking about this morning kind of on the rankings watch. I mean, Alabama was not in the top 10. They were not in the top 25 in April and May. So now this is your 9th prospect that you've been able to land with Dawson Merritt within the month of June. And a lot of that started because Keelan Russell, who is a quarterback who jumped on board in June, and then you got your offensive linemen on board. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those guys jumped on board. And then Dawson Merritt, what Alabama was able to do recently with these recruiting weekends has been huge. Courtney Morgan, man, like send him the care package. Courtney Morgan, my goodness, man. Props to you and what you've been able to do. AJ Williams in with the update saying that 247 has Alabama number 2. This is On3. And I think Rivals, right? Doesn't Rivals have Alabama number 2 as well? Number 2, number 5, does it really matter? It does matter because you want to finish number 1. So I don't think it matters right now per se, but at the end of the day, you better be number 1 if you're recruiting. And you're still holding up the standard of recruiting like Coach Saban did. This program has not lost any type of momentum. In fact, like Robert is saying, they're absolutely kind of like the wave of college football and how they are continuing to just add on top prospect after top prospect. You get your and what's going to happen? You start to get your 5 stars on board, your Dejon Lee, maybe your Ty Haywood. But you know what? We didn't add him this morning when we were talking about prospects. And if you're just joining us, Dawson Merritt has just committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Here with you on the breaking update, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. We also want to say thank you to everybody inside the comment box. This is our super chat goal for the next 35 days, as well as fan funders. So if you're curious to be a fan funder, you can hit the join button, only $2.99, and super chats. I really appreciate you guys supporting me right here on the channel of Bama Football on YouTube. Huge addition with Dawson Merritt being able to be picked up by Alabama for a couple different reasons. Number one, you continue the momentum, right, with recruiting going into Friday. And I know Josiah Sharma is on commitment watch as well. I don't know if Alabama is going to get both of those guys on Friday, but with the momentum that they have, who knows what's going to happen. A.K. Deere, the running back out of Mississippi, I don't know if he's going to flip at some point. That would be amazing if he flips at some point tonight. I know I have my phone close to me just in case he does. And then Dejon Lee on Friday. Let's look at what Alabama's been able to do from a recruiting standpoint under Coach Kalen DeBoer, because these last 2 weekends have been mega weekends in terms of recruiting. They've been able to utilize all of their chess pieces, all of their assistant coaches to really sell the product. And the product is not hard to sell. You know who had an amazing video? Go watch it. It's on social media. Is Nate Oates, actually, the basketball coach. And he was talking about the programs that can drive the ships are the football programs. And what Alabama's been able to do is they've put Alabama, the University of Alabama, at a whole different level. That's why he wants to be here, because he understands that football drives everything and football trickles down to basketball, and he's able to, facilitate that to his basketball prospects. He is an outside linebacker, Kelton. He is an outside linebacker. He is 6'3", 215, 220 pounds. David, I appreciate you becoming a fan funder of Bama Football on YouTube. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for being a fan funder of Bama Football on YouTube. And I think what we've been able to see is kind of a small glimpse of the type of athlete that Coach Kalen DeBoer is recruiting on the defensive side of the ball, right? Athletic type linebackers. Now, I don't know if Dawson Merritt is as athletic as like a Noah Carter, because Noah Carter coming in with this class of 2024 was an absolute animal. But when we watch his highlight tape tomorrow morning, when you kind of break down what's going on, I think you're going to be really happy with Dawson Merritt. And the other thing that Coach Kalen DeBoer has done is he's gone across the country. Dawson Merritt has just committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Appreciate you guys being here. He's been able to go all over. Look at where the prospects are coming from. I mean, recently you just had Micah DeBose from Lower Alabama, LA, right? Now you go to Kansas to get Dawson Merritt. You're looking at landing a prospect from California in Dejon Lee, who would be their 5th committed prospect from the state of California. Michael Carroll's from Pennsylvania. Latsier Brooks from New Jersey. They've done a great job. And over the course of the last 2 weeks, what they've been able to do in terms of selling the overall product, there's nothing like it in college football. This general manager position that they have, this is completely next level stuff. They always said that Coach Saban played chess, and of course he did, but this is absolutely a chess move as well, by putting Courtney Morgan, somebody with the insight, the knowledge, the personality, in selling that vision for Coach Kalen DeBoer, as well as Coach Kalen DeBoer being a genuine person. Monumental stuff. Let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, How excited are you about landing Dawson Merritt? Because I don't know. I was even reading the comment box this morning, and somebody kind of scared me, and they were like, he's going to Nebraska, and he's just utilizing Alabama for his own personal game. I didn't necessarily think that, but shoot, you never know. I didn't, I felt pretty good just because I've been, looking at all the big names who like are forecasting Dawson Merritt and have been for quite some time. But I think the writing was on the wall the other day when he put on that jacket. Remember the jacket that he had and it said Roll Tide? That's why I was kind of just excited and kind of ready for him to commit. So that's where we are in terms of the commitment. But again, a really big pickup for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Who do you guys want to see next to come on board? I see Scott inside the comment box saying Caleb Cunningham. Look, I'm just going to play it safe, and, I want to be able to go for Dejoun Lee. You get Dejoun Lee in here, 6'4" cornerback. He's a true 5-star. Number 1 player out of the state of California. That would be amazing. And you're right, Jarvis. Look, we're going to go crazy if Dejoun Lee picks Alabama. Literally, internet breaks. This was a gigantic pickup during the middle of the week. I would also like to see Ty Haywood come on board. A.K. Deere out of Mississippi. I'd like to see him come on for sure. And I don't know who else. I mean, bring them all. I mean, the great thing is Keelan Russell has been so the chess pieces, Courtney Morgan, Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams been able to sell this program like no other prospect I've ever seen. David, with the super chat, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for super chatting today. $9.99. Thank you very much. We appreciate you right here at Bama Football on YouTube. It's time for these players to commit. Why wait? That's a really good point. Johnny Parker is saying Ty Haywood. You imagine if the next couple prospects are Dejoun Lee, Ty Haywood, A.K. Deere. You're talking about probably a recruiting class that by when everything is said and done would probably be number 1 in the class of 2025. Who would have thought that? And I continue to ask this. All right, I'm gonna ask it again, and because there's new people cycling in. Okay, not everybody watches the same shows, and if you've already answered this, answer it again. Are you surprised to see the success that Coach Kalen DeBoer has been having recruiting-wise? I personally am, honestly. Like now, things are like, I'm rolling, like everybody's coming, right? But at first, maybe like in April, not that I was doubting them, but I was like, you're going to get yours, but it's going to be tough for these guys to come and sell the program considering they haven't coached a game, in the SEC. I understand that he put 10 players in the NFL, but I was like, okay, let's see what can happen. I mean, even a coach as heavily touted as like Nate Oates, it took him some time to be able to get the prospects that he's getting. But now, I mean, you're getting everybody in his first year. This is setting up for an amazing season. You know what's amazing about Coach Kalen DeBoer? Did you know the first coach, the coach that has won the most games in like modern era, and this was put together by Greg McElroy at Alabama, in his first year has been 8. That's like way back in like 1983. I think Coach Kalen DeBoer is going to win way more than 8 games. I mean, who knows? I mean, because these are the things that I'm going to be watching. All right. People are saying that Coach Kalen DeBoer couldn't recruit, right? Well, that turned out to be a lie. People are going to say that he can't coach in the SEC. Just wait. People are going to say the same thing about Jalen Milroe. There's all these like outside elements that people are saying all sorts of stuff, but none of it is happening. The only like the facts are, and I love when people come in that are outside of our Alabama ecosystem and they're like, Alabama, they can't recruit anymore. They're dead and stuff like that. Like we're not making this up. Like these guys are physically committing to Alabama. Like one guy inside the comment box was like, how do you know that you're not getting any of these prospects? I was like, well, I'm not making any of this up. I mean, there's like nationally touted people, everybody's YouTube channel, whether you want to face it or not, On3 24/7, they live off Alabama because Alabama gets all the prospects. Did you see the footage today that was released by EA Sports College Football 2025? Who was the first team walking out the tunnel? It was Alabama, and that footage looks amazing, by the way. So every channel lives and dies off Alabama football. I promise you. I mean, the mothership, On3, Rivals, those guys can't wait to make a video about Alabama football. They have to. So that's why it helps to have 106,000 subscribers, but work for every ounce of it. And, this is a hell of a pickup today. So I'm glad that we were able to bring you guys the news. And you're right, Jarvis. That's it. Alabama moves the needle for everybody. Really big pickup today. Dawson Merritt jumps on board. 6'3", 215-pound linebacker out of the state of Kansas. Props to this coaching staff for putting this together. This is a really good addition. Don't think that he's underrated in any way. I think he's super athletic. We'll run his highlight tape tomorrow on my show at 7:30 in the morning. As news happens, think Bama football on YouTube. This guy's a playmaker. This guy's a stud. I love this pickup today. Another great addition to the class of 2025. 14 4-stars, and more good news is coming. That's why I'm sitting close to my desk every single day, because things are absolutely popping for Alabama football. And like Jeff is saying, you need some game-changing wide receivers for Keelan Russell, but you do have Latair Brooks, and I think you also have Ryan Williams, and Ryan Williams can sell this program like nobody else. So you got Courtney Morgan, Ryan Williams, Kalen DeBoer, the full court press. Man, and LA is saying that Merritt and Met's going to be the future. Well, did you see what Luke Metz said? So Luke Metz, another linebacker out of the state of Georgia, he's like, we have so much momentum, we can pretty much get whoever we want right now. 100%. 100%. I mean, you're absolutely rolling. And what an addition today, picking up another quality prospect from the class of 2025. You guys be good. Right now, I'm behind the scenes. I'm working on all sorts of fun stuff. I love doing this. Honestly, it's like my dream job. So as news happens, I got you covered right here at Bama Football on YouTube. We're watching more prospects. All right. Things are going to get good. So get excited about it. If you were kind of sleepy in this afternoon on Wednesday, you get to like the middle of the week, don't get sleepy. More news probably coming your way. We will keep you posted as it happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for becoming a fan funder of Bama Football on YouTube. Dawson Merritt is in Roll Tide. The tide continues to roll. This is a monumental June, and I don't think things are going to stop. Like right now, he's going full steam on it. Welcome in Dawson Merritt inside the comment box. Dejan Lee on Commitment Watch on Friday, and who knows? More news could happen. So we'll just be parked right here covering Alabama Crimson Tide football. I love you, fam. Thank you for watching this. Christopher was like, I was a little bit sleepy on the. I get it, man. I'm 40. Afternoons I wake up early. I was kind of a little bit, but I'm hitting the protein, and I was here working on some stuff. But now I'm pumped up, energized, ready to go. Back to it. Dawson Merritt in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will catch you on the next video as news happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Dawson Merritt's in. Hey, before I go, just put who's next inside the comment box real quick. Post who's next inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys 7:30 tomorrow morning, Thursday. We got a date, another recruiting show as this cold summer. Bring your jackets tomorrow. Everybody bring your jackets, all right? We're wearing our jackets tomorrow. Thursday, jacket day. And I appreciate you guys.